Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. We are going to be taking care of a little bit of spring cleaning today, as well as a little bit of everyday cleaning. I have a couple of things on my list to get done, but we are getting new doors put in, like our back door. I'll show you them in a second, but they're defective. This is our second set that we've already had. This is the second time that they're going to be replacing it. So we're going to take care of like the windows and the curtains and things like that, because I think it'll be like a convenient time to get that done. But I have a couple of other things that I really need to get done, like picking up the kitchen, living room, really need to make the bed upstairs. But let's just address the elephant in the room, which is I am currently in winter clothing right now at the end of March. Like, it's spring. It's officially spring. Why am I wearing winter clothing? Because we're having second winter where I live. This happens every single year. It makes me insane. We get like a taste of spring where it's like beautiful for like a couple of weeks. We got up to near 70 for a couple of days, and it is 10:30 in the morning and it is 36 degrees out right now, and I don't even think it's gonna break 40. So anyways, I'm gonna show you like the doors and what we're gonna be doing today, and then we'll get started. So these are our back doors, and I don't know how well you can tell on camera. Maybe it's easier to see in person, but that is like what a regular window should look like, and this is what our doors look like. So this is not dirt, even though it looks like it. Let me lift this up. Now you can really kind of see it. But basically what's happened in these doors, there's like a seal that is defective in the between these two panes, and it lets dirt and like water and stuff get in these. Yeah. So they're replacing those tomorrow. So what I want to do is take down these curtains, which, mind you, I've had these curtains up for a couple of years now and still have yet to hem them. But then the other thing I have to address is washing these, because as you can see, there are like water spots on there. I know that just looks like dirt, but it's actually like where the water has gone on the curtains when it rains, because another part of this door that's defective is it like lets in water. So like this curtain, for example, it normally is closed here, and you can see where the water has gotten onto the corner of that curtain from where it has leaked in. And you can actually see on the floor where it's ruined the linoleum and like eaten away the wood down here. Yeah, so we're gonna be washing the curtains. It's a good time anyway, it's spring, and cleaning the windows and the blinds and windowsills and everything. And I'm just going to take care of, you know, dining room, living room, and everything. And then I obviously need to, you know, pick some stuff up because it's a mess, like always, I feel like. So we're going to take care of all of that now. So we are starting in the kitchen today. Again, I do this most of the time. If I'm starting cleaning in my like main living area, I am almost always starting in my kitchen. It's just the way I work, but dishes is always first also. So we're unloading the clean dishes, and then we will load up the dirty dishes into the dishwasher, and then we can actually start cleaning the like kitchen counters and things like that. Having a clean sink like helps me to be able to like focus on the next thing. Like, all I can see when I look at my kitchen when there's a full sink is that sink. So I have to get this emptied in order for me to be able to like move on and do other things. I'm curious if you guys also have a certain place you like to start in your house just to get you kind of motivated and like in the groove for cleaning. And if you do, I would love to hear about it. So tell me about it below, and I just want to see if yours is like the same as mine, or like if it's different. Do you start with making your bed? Do you start with picking up your living room? Do you start with laundry? I don't know. I'm just curious. So let me know below. Now that the kitchen has all
been cleaned up and we've wiped all the counters and the microwave and the toaster and all that stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the dining room table really fast. I do this every day just because it gets like crumbs and dust and stuff from breakfast, lunches, and dinners, I guess, on it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the living room. I have like a bunch of stuff out because I was working. I got this magazine rack recently at Hobby Lobby. I shared it in a previous video. It's awesome, and it was very inexpensive compared to other magazine racks. I can't believe how much they charge for magazine racks places, like upwards of $200. I don't know who's paying that much, but I wasn't. So I got that for $35. I will link it below just in case you're in the market, but it's wicker and it's beautiful. I thought it was a steal. So anyway, thought I'd share. So now we've moved up to the bedroom. I'm just gonna make the bed really fast. I will be really glad when like it's officially spring and summer so I can take this heating blanket off my bed. It is the ugliest blanket, so that is why I pull my comforter up like this right now during like winter. It's horrendous, but it keeps us warm, so I don't know, you got to do what you got to do. But while I'm up here, I'm gonna go ahead and put away some of this laundry that I've been putting off because laundry is my least favorite chore, so it's always the last thing that I do. But while I'm up here, no excuses. I'm going to put all this stuff away, and then we'll start moving on to the curtains and the windows. Okay guys, now comes the fun part. We are going to take down all the curtains in the house. So I'm going to do this one window at a time. Just take down the curtains, and then I'm going to dust off each curtain rod, and then I will like close the blinds one way, wipe it down, and then close the blinds the other way and wipe it down so that I get both sides of the blinds. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the windows as well. I recently, like a few months ago, cleaned the windows like inside and out, so they're not real bad, but I didn't want to do the outside of the windows right now because allergies are terrible right now and I suffer from them greatly. So as much time as I can spend not outside, I try not to. But I did want to mention this rag that I'm using for the blinds. I actually got this several years ago from Williams-Sonoma, and it's awesome for this kind of chore. Now, I don't know if they still have it or not, but I'm gonna look for one like this on Amazon. It almost looks like a car cleaning cloth, but it's not meant for that. It's meant for inside the home. And if I can find one, I will go ahead and link it below, along with these glass cleaning cloths, because it makes cleaning windows so much easier and so much better. But if you hadn't noticed, we have already moved downstairs because I'm going fast here. So again, I'm just taking down all the curtains, taking care of the blinds and the windows, and just making everything super clean and neat for spring. Moving over into the living room, I'm going to do the exact same thing, take down my curtains and go ahead and clean the blinds and the windows. I wanted to mention this just in case you're wondering, not that you necessarily are, but this is the first time I've cleaned these curtains. I put them up about 2.5 to 3 years ago, and I've just never taken them down to wash them. Part of me like fears washing curtains just because I think they're gonna wrinkle so badly in the wash or the dryer that they're never gonna like relax the way they were before. But we have allergies, like dust allergies and things like that, so it's good for us to do this anyway. So these curtains are actually like inexpensive ones from Amazon. The ones in the dining room are from IKEA. If I can find them, I'll link them just in case you're like looking for curtains that are actually nice. And I was really, really impressed with how these washed up. I washed them on a cold cycle and then I dried them in my dryer, and instead of drying them all the way, I dried them until they were like, I don't even know what the option is on the dryer, but like where it's like still damp or something like that. So I actually hung the curtains back up slightly wet. So they ended up air drying the rest of the way. And I don't have any wrinkles in these curtains. Both the IKEA curtains and the Amazon curtains washed up beautifully. So now that I know that I don't have to fear that, I'm going to wash them much more often. So these are the curtains after they've already been washed, and like I said, they are still a little bit wet, and as you can tell, once they're on anyway, you can tell that there's like no wrinkles in them. There might be like a little bit or whatever, but they definitely fall out as it's drying. So I was really happy with this method, and I am really happy with this curtains. These are blackout curtains too. It's something that we like to have because if we ever watch movies in the day, we want to be able to close our curtains and have like the dark atmosphere or whatever, like the movie theater atmosphere. So that is something that's important to us, which is like why we got these kinds of curtains. And these were inexpensive. I did combine 2 panels on each like side, if that makes sense. I'll actually do a video on these sometime in the future because I like created a pleating in them on like the one on the left. You can't see it, and I sewed it in. I still have to do it to the other 3. So I'd like to be able to share that because it's like a really inexpensive way to get a nice curtain look. The last curtains I needed to put up were the ones in my bedroom, and here you'll be able to see I did the same thing with this. I washed them until they were like damp dry and hung them up, but they're like a kind of material that definitely wrinkles really bad. So I'm actually gonna go in and steam these. It won't get the entire wrinkles out just because it's like, I'm not even sure how to describe this fabric, but it's like a woven thick fabric, and my mother-in-law gave them to me. I can't even remember where she said she got them, but they're definitely not like great for washing. So if you have curtains like these, I do suggest steaming if you can. I do not like to iron, but steaming works really, really well. I think I have this little handheld steamer. It is something that you have to plug in or whatever, but I love this for steaming clothes and curtains and just any old thing, whatever. I'll link it below just because I think it's a really good one. And if you are in the market for a steamer, maybe you hate ironing like I do, this could be beneficial to you.
It is the next day. We just got our doors finished installed. Actually, they ended up just switching out the windows. So it's still the same door, which means it's probably going to still leak down here, whatever. But here, check out how nice the window, like look, you can see through the window and there's no like dirt or whatever was in between the panes. So it looks so nice. But now that like these are switched out and we have the curtains down, obviously, because I was going to wash them, we're all kind of liking the no curtain look. And I know, like, normally I'm all about a curtain because I think it looks nice and it finishes a space and stuff like that. But this just looks like clean and open. And I think it's really the blinds that make the difference. Before we didn't have these, they just installed those a couple of months ago. I think I talked about it in another video, but it just makes it look finished like that. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take down this curtain rod, and we're just gonna leave it without curtains. So I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments, but I kind of am digging the no curtains in the dining room. I still put them up in the living room because I do like them. Yeah, so let me know what you think, but I'm gonna take that down now.
I have to say, I love making little changes like this. Just it's like a smallest little difference in your house, but it's like every time you walk by it, it's like new and fresh, and it's just kind of exciting. So, you know, I remember being excited when I put these curtains up in the first place, but now I'm excited just to take them down, which is so funny. Originally, I had put them up because there was no blinds on the original doors. And there were blinds on the windows, but they were like those cheap plastic ones, and we ended up taking them down after a couple of years, but we needed something to cover the doors and stuff. I'm not one who likes my windows open, especially at nighttime. You know, I just think that that's like too much information for the neighbors. So we needed the curtains, but now it's like kind of nice not to have them. And I have to say, my husband's really happy that he no longer has to move the curtain to get out the back door. Okay guys, that is it for this spring clean with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I post weekly and there's always new things to see. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you in my next video.